What you know about love? Tell me what you know. What you know about? What you know about? What you know about love? What you know about love? What you know? What you know? What you know about love? What you know? Hella dizzy from the ups and downs.
Welcome back to the channel, Struggle Streaming with BK. And in today's video, we are going to talk about the big scandal in Ann Arbor and what this means for Michigan football. And that video is coming up next after the intro. I'll see y'all in about 10 seconds. All right, let's get it.
You could have someone's whole game plan. They could mail it to you. You still got to stop it. You still got to stop it. So in football, it's not as pronounced as baseball. If I know a curveball is coming, I got you. You know, with football, I don't give a darn if you know a sweep is coming. You still got to stop it. Physically, it's a physical game. You got to stop it. So that's a little tough. I don't buy into a lot of that stuff that someone's stealing this, stealing that. I don't buy into a lot of that stuff. You still got to play the game. Back in our glory days with San Francisco as well as the Cowboys, you know darn well Emmitt Smith is getting the ball. You know darn well Mike Irvin is.
What up out there, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, Struggle Streaming with BK. Back with another one. All right, y'all. Before I get started, y'all know what time it is. Let me do my bigging for the day. Hook a brother up with a like and a subscribe. It really helps a brother out trying to grow the channel, all that good stuff. I produce videos 2-3 times a week, sometimes more depending on my work schedule and what I got going on. But trying to grow the channel, y'all, we almost to 600. Y'all know we trying to get it to 1,000. That's the goal. That's the next goal. So that's my goal. It's a small goal, but it's a big goal for me, and I appreciate it. If you would take 5 seconds. Let me wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, did you hit that subscribe button in them 5 seconds? Hopefully you did, for me, for my sake. No, but anyway, y'all, I like doing this. I love doing this. I like bringing y'all content, and it helps me out a lot, so I really would appreciate it. Hit that like and that subscribe. But all right, let's start this off. All right. This video is requested by, well, kind of by a subscriber, asking why I'm not talking about the whole big Michigan scandal and Connor Stalions because I'm a Michigan fan. And my response was, it's really not a story, right? And I know I got a couple Buckeye fans in here. I know I got fans from different football programs and stuff like that all across here, right? But this is really not a story, all right? It's been sensationalized by ESPN, and I've heard people calling it the greatest scandal in the world, all right? I heard an idiot named Stephen A. Smith. Let me not call that man an idiot. I heard an individual named Stephen A. Smith. Y'all know who that is. Talking about Michigan should be banned from the playoff because this is the greatest scandal in college football history. And my response to that would be, tell me that you don't know nothing about college football without actually saying it. Right? All these pundits, if you pay attention, all the talking heads who talking about this scandal, this is a great scandal, you don't hear the athletes saying it. And it's a reason you don't hear the real athletes saying it. It's all the talking heads talking about Michigan should be banned, suspend Harbaugh, Harbaugh this, Harbaugh that, suspend Michigan. I heard the latest one, JJ McCarthy should not be up for the Heisman because he knows the other team's plays. Shut the, like, y'all. And if you pay attention to this, honestly, and this is not me being a Michigan fan. Like, I say this all the time. My homies will tell you. Like, I'm very critical of talking heads on TV. Especially ones that were never freaking athletes. Right? Like, if you've never been in the fire, you've never been in the pits, like, you've never been in the gym, right? all of us can have an opinion, but they show how much they don't know by listening to them talk. That's why a lot of athletes don't up with them. They don't. Dudes like Skip Bayless. Like, people know, I don't like LeBron. I don't like LeBron at all. But for Skip Bayless to build a 20-year career on hating on LeBron is freaking ridiculous. And I don't like LeBron at all. My boy Q will tell you, I don't like him at all. But come on, man. Right? Like, he built a whole $1 million career on constantly hating on LeBron. It's a shtick. That's all it is. It's a shtick so they could get paid. And because it sounds entertaining to the common person in the United States, they tune in. And then you will be in y'all know I participate in boxing groups. I also participate in all type of sports groups, right? Online and things like that, or in the YouTube community. And they'll hear some stuff by Skip Bayless, and the average person to come right into a boxing group or a football group or a basketball group, and they'll regurgitate the same bull crap that just came out of Skip Bayless' mouth like it ain't 8 million people watching the same show. And they be wrong as Scheiße. Hey, my Germans know what that means. Wrong as Scheiße. But anyway, back to this Connor Stalions thing. I was going to take like 5 minutes, give my thoughts, and be on my way about this. Because I really don't want to talk about this. But since it's requested, and if y'all keep requesting, I keep talking about this crap. Which I don't want to do. But let's start it off, y'all. All right. I took some notes. I wrote down nine things I want to talk about. Yeah, it's 9. All right. First off, okay. My first point of this whole Connor Stalions situation, and I'm a Michigan fan, is I don't give a. I want y'all to know that up front. I don't give a. Okay? If the dude was cheating, because it's obvious that he was cheating, all right? But if he was cheating, good. And I say good because Michigan been goody two-shoe for too freaking long. Okay? Good. I'm wondering why you ain't been doing it, right? But they actually have, but I'll get to that later on. But why you ain't been breaking rules? You need to be breaking as many rules as you can, to win. That's all I care about. I don't give a about nothing else. I want y'all to know that before I give my reasons why this is not a story, okay? So I don't want y'all to think it's homerism or anything like that. So that's why point number 1 is I don't give up. I don't give up if Michigan was stealing signs. I don't give up if Michigan was cheating. I don't give up if Connor Stalions was sitting on the side of an OSU Penn State game with binoculars, an old school camera on his thing, reeling it like this. I don't give good. Steal signs. All right? And the fact, like, hold on, y'all. And the fact that they calling it stealing signs should tell you that these talking heads don't know what they're talking about. Tell us you don't know about football without telling us you don't know about football. Sign stealing been going on since Pee Wee League, since the 1940s, whatever you want to call it. Ever. In every game on all levels, okay? It's not sign stealing. What Michigan is doing is advanced scouting, okay? That's what they are at fault with. Advanced scouting. It's not sign stealing. It's not. Are they recording the signs? Yeah, they recording more than the signs on the sideline. So what? Okay? So what? And I'll get to that later on when I get to my later points. But so what? Okay, I could throw on the all 22s, and for people who don't know, that's the view where you get from the quarterback view. And I can see every freaking sign that Ohio State or Purdue or TCU or Georgia or anybody else have. Okay? I can see every single sign that I want to see. It's not a big deal. It's not. That's why this whole story is not a big deal. Because they got the all 22s now. I could go turn on my TV right now and zoom in on the Minnesota sideline And I can see every freaking sign. And I know what y'all gonna say. Well, why they do it if it don't give you an advantage? This is Connor Stalions. This is Connor. I'm gonna get the Connor Stalions is number 5. I'm gonna get the number 5. I'm gonna get that in a minute. But I'm gonna tell you why Michigan is doing this, or why Connor Stalions was doing this. It's not Michigan. It's not Michigan that's doing this. It's a Michigan employee who is doing it, right? And I know people, my Buckeye fans and everybody else who hate Michigan and hate no Michigan, ESPN. No, Harbaugh had to know. Harbaugh didn't know. The offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators didn't know. Okay? This is just an overzealous dude trying to act like he's something that he's not. That's all this was. That's all it was. And it's not a big deal at all, because all teams scout, all teams steal signs, all teams advance scout. And I'll prove it to you later. All right? This video going to be longer than I thought. It was going to be 5 minutes. But y'all, this might be a 25-minute one. All right. Number 2. It's not a scandal. ESPN. Greatest crime still in the greatest criminal mastermind Harbaugh college football scandal of ever all time. They are trying to sell y'all a story that's not a story, so you tune in and watch. That's all this is. They are trying to get views. Michigan sells. If y'all don't believe me, Michigan sells, look at the value of Michigan. Michigan, I believe it's the third highest valued football program in the country. Only behind Texas and Texas A&M. And y'all know why Texas and Texas A&M is number 1. That oil money. It ain't got nothing to do with football. That oil money. Is that man, I don't even go to the boosters. Illegal. But sign stealing is the biggest crime in the world. But anyway, this ain't a scandal. This is something that goes on all the time. In every program. In every major program. You can go to Alabama. You can go to Tennessee. You can go to Minnesota. I challenge you, if you see this video and you're concerned about it and you think Michigan is dirty, etc., blah, blah, blah. The sign stealer sits next to the defensive coordinator or next to the offensive coordinator if he's on the sideline every fucking game for every big program. Every single one has a sign stealer. Okay? And the reason this story has blown up is because most people don't know this, because most people ain't never played the game. That's why it's a big story. Oh my God, they got somebody, Michigan got somebody stealing signs. Oh my God, this is the greatest crime in the history of college football, college sports. Really? Really? Tell us you don't know about the game without having to open your mouth and tell us that you don't really know. Every team has a sign stealer. Every single one. Number 3, ESPN has tried to make this bigger than it was. And why? This is number 4. 3 or 4. Why? When I talk to my kids, when I mentor, and I mean, not just my kids, biological. Y'all know I used to volunteer and things like that. But when I would talk to the boys and stuff that I volunteered and work with, I will always ask them or always tell them, the most important thing is not what happened. The most important thing is why it happened. Okay? I'm saying that calmly because I want y'all to take this in. I want y'all to understand. This is a lifelong lesson for all my young cats out there. What's important is not what he did, but why he did it. That's all. The why is almost always more important than the what. Okay? A dude robbed the liquor store. Okay, that's what happened. But the most important reason to find out is why he did it. Why he needed the money and why he felt he had to go that route. That's way more important. That's how you get to the bottom of what's really going on with problems. Okay? When cops investigating a stabbing, right? They don't just think, okay, the person got stabbed. Okay? If they want to solve the crime, they got to ask themselves, why did the person got stabbed? That's how you find out what's going on. And the why is ESPN is trying to get rid of Michigan. They don't want them in a college football playoff, okay? And it's all about money. Yeah, I said it, money. Money, money, money. You get more money in the SEC if the SEC had 2 teams in the playoffs. But for the SEC to get 2 teams in the playoffs, you can only have 1 Big Ten team in the playoffs. And they're trying to eliminate Michigan. Because everybody know, okay, no. I know some of y'all are delusional out there. But me being the college football expert that I am, all right, the college football aficionado that I am, Michigan is the best football team I've seen in the country this year, right? And that's not me being a Michigan homer, right? Because 2 years ago when everybody was about, oh, Michigan, oh, good, Georgia is about to whoop our ass, right? And I said that, and everybody got mad at me. And what did Georgia do? Beat us down 34-11, right? I participate in Michigan groups, right? Shout out to Brian. I'll mention your name. If I do your what's name, I'll tag you in this. But me and Brian argue all the time. He called me a negative Nancy, right? Because I always complain or I got something negative to say. It's not negative, right? I call it like it is. That's called integrity, right? You can't serve me shit on a plate and just because you put amazing blue candle on it, I'm going to say it's good. No, I'm going to call it shit on a plate. That's integrity. And if you're going to do this, if you're going to work in the sports realm or even content creation, like y'all know me. I do my videos. I do my videos on sports, fragrances, boxing, and I always try to give my honest opinion. That's the most important thing to me is my integrity, right? I stand on it. I stand on my opinion and my thoughts, right? I'm not running in a flock like a lot of these dudes out here. I'm talking about my boxing channels. Y'all know what I'm talking about for my boxing fans. I don't run in a clique or I push an agenda just so I can get more views. I don't believe in that, right? I could easily, like, if I wanted to get 6,000, 7,000, 10,000 views a video, all I got to do is talk about Errol Spence. And Errol Spence got cheated. Errol Spence. Because Errol Spence has a huge fan base. And people would click on it and follow it and like it. But that would be disingenuous. And I don't believe in that. Right? Right? Yeah, hey, that's why it's called Struggle Streaming with BK. I struggle stream. But I'll have my integrity. All right? And that's more important to me than anything. It is more important to me than money and anything else. But I digress. ESPN is trying to get rid of Michigan. All right? And ESPN believes Michigan is going to beat Ohio State. And if you could kill 2 birds with 1 stone, that's 2 teams that's not from the Big Ten not going to be in the playoff. That's all this is about, money. Okay? Getting an extra team from the SEC into the playoff. In case Alabama beat Georgia. That's all it's about. It's about nothing else. I swear to Bob, this is not about sign stealing. It's not about advance. What's the name? You do have some people with an agenda against Harbaugh. You do. You honestly do. Y'all know they hate Harbaugh. But this is about money. It's always about money. This is about ESPN trying to get that extra team that they are partners with because they are partners with the SEC. Okay? It is good for their brand. And they make more money if their teams is in there. It's as simple as that. That's all this is about, right? Now, you got some hating ass. You got some, you definitely got some moist Ohio State fans. And a moist ass coach is what it's originated from. But I'm talking about the coverage of it. Why it's been blown up so much. Okay? Once again, it's not always, the what is not important. Did Connor Stalions advance scout illegally? Yes, definitely. Right? But why is it such a big story if all teams do it? Right? They might not do it to the extent that he did, but all teams do it. All right. Next up, Connor Stalions. Okay? Now this is going to clear my boy Harbaugh. People, Harbaugh had to know. Where did Connor Stalions get the money to buy tickets to more than, what is it? He went to more than 60 games over a 5-year span. All right. Let's debunk this, ESPN. Pete Thamel, who always got the tweet. All right, Pete Thamel. Where did Counter Stallions get the money? He's a fucking trust fund, baby. Okay? A simple Google search of Counter Stallion's net worth will tell you how much money he's worth. Okay? Him buying $60 tickets for his homeboy or his family member or his sister who's in a particular, well, I don't want to go into too much in that, but in a particular city or state, they're already there, and he buys the ticket for them to go to the game to record for him. It's not that much money. How could he pay for tickets for over 65 games? Real freaking easy. Google Counter Stallion's net worth, and you will know the answer to that. Okay? The dude's family is loaded. He is rich. Okay? If Connor's, that's like $30,000. He only makes $55,000 a year. Just because why do you think Counter Stallion's going to take a $55,000 a year job? Okay? It's because he don't need the money, dumbasses. Like, if y'all would take, like, and when I mean dumbasses, I'm not talking about Ohio State fans, Georgia fans, Alabama fans. I am talking to the Pete Thamels of the world. I am talking to, and they'll probably never see this in their life, but I'm talking to ESPN, Stephen A. Jackson, Joey Galloway, what's the little bald head dude, Paul Feinbaum. You idiots who asking these questions on air, knowing that all y'all trying to do is bash the University of Michigan when you doing it. Because y'all can't be that incompetent where y'all haven't Googled, or y'all crack team, y'all staff does not know that Counter Stallion's family is freaking loaded. There is no way y'all don't know that. But y'all he bought $30,000 with tickets and he only has a $55,000 salary. That means he must have got the money from the University of Michigan at Harbaugh. Really? It shows you how disingenuous this story is. You can't tell me they have not looked into Counter Stallion's whole freaking life before this. And they put it out there in that narrative way. Even Pete Thamel with his story. He kept hammering home how Counter Stallions only make $55,000. So how could he get $30,000 to pay for tickets? And the man is a millionaire, a multi-millionaire. He's a multi-millionaire, and you asking him where did he get $30,000 from? Really, bruh? And Pete Thamel, you got to know this. You can't be that incompetent of a reporter. I refuse to believe that Pete Thamel got to where he is and he's that incompetent of a reporter. Okay, talking heads like Stephen A. Smith, I know he's a complete fucking idiot. Okay, let me read. Not a complete idiot, but he don't know. He just talk good. He's loud. He's obnoxious. He's very, how do I say this in a clean way? He's very inept with the English language. Okay? All right? But Stephen A. don't be knowing what he talking about half the time. Right? He just don't. Like he ain't never been in the shit. He just haven't. Right? Do y'all really think that Stephen A. has the time, right, when he running all these shows and podcasts and he on Sports Center and then he on NBA Tonight, do y'all really think he has time to sit down and watch all these games? Do y'all think he has time to be an expert in baseball, basketball, hockey, football, boxing, soccer, all these sports, right? While doing a job, working 12 hours a day. Plus he doing podcasts and crap. Do y'all really think he has time to be it? When y'all be listening to these talking heads, do y'all realize they not really experts? Now the athletes they bring on who talk about their field, yes, they more in depth than us. They know what the fuck is going on. But you who's listening to this knows more about a particular sport that you love, your favorite sport, than a talking head like Stephen A. Smith on ESPN does. If you watch college football, not just your team, but if you watch college football in multiple games and you know the players, etc., you know more about college football than Stephen A. Smith does. Okay? Stop listening to these freaking talking heads that's on TV. All right? Anyway, it's about the money. Back to Connor Stalions. Connor Stalions is loaded. And let me tell y'all what happened. Connor Stalions is a fanboy of Michigan. He's been in love with the University of Michigan like I have. I've been in love with the University of Michigan since I can remember, right? Like I remember Jeff Harbaugh when he was playing for Michigan. That's how far I go back. Jamie Morris. Like I've been watching Michigan football my whole life. I mean, I've been watching Michigan football almost 40 years, right? Connor Stalions, same way. Grew up loving Michigan football, right? He would do anything to be a part of the program. Okay? How do you get into being a part of a program? Right, like Michigan. You gotta get hired by him. But he started off volunteering for the program, doing things around the program, doing things for free for the program. If I wanted to do stuff like that, I can't. I got a whole fucking business to run. I don't got $5 million sitting in the bank where I could just take my time off and go volunteer at the University of Michigan for 6 months. Because I ain't a trust fund, baby. I got to work. I got to get it out the gutter. All right? But if you're born into the situation that Connor Stalions is in, you have a lot of free time. Let's call it that. You have a lot of free time to do what you want to do. And what he wanted to do is be a part of the University of Michigan. I mean, the dude has a 600-page manifesto on how one day he's going to be the coach of the University of Michigan. Okay? This dude is a fanatic. A fanatic. I love Michigan football. I've broken 2 TVs in my youth over Michigan losing. When Michigan would lose that first game in a year, like, I was heartbroken. I didn't want to go outside. I didn't want to play. I wanted to cry. Like, the world had ended for that Saturday, right? And it was like that for a couple weeks. But, so, I know what it's like to love your program. But I don't have a 600-page manifesto about how I would be. Hey, y'all know what my dream job was, y'all? Right, my dream job was to be the defensive coordinator for the University of Michigan. That was my dream job when I was a kid. You know, what's the name day, career day, they come in. What you want to be? I want to be the defensive coordinator for the University of Michigan. Right? That's what I wanted to be. Like when I got, right? Hey, shout out to Connor Stalions for chasing this dream. But as much as I love the University of Michigan, I don't have a 600-page, I don't have a 100-page manifesto about how I'm going to be the defensive coordinator for the University of Michigan. All right, this dude is out there. Like, I mean, like, out there. Do any of y'all got a manifesto? A 5-page one? This dude has a 600-page manifesto. Like, this dude is out there. He's a fanatic. He's a fanatic of the University of Michigan. And ain't nothing wrong with it. Shout out to Connor Stalions, chasing your dream, bro. But Connor Stalions, back to Connor. This is what I believe happened, okay? Which goes into point number 6. Did Harbaugh know? No. Connor Stalions is a fanatic. He had the resources. Not even paid. He would pay, or he'd send people free tickets to go to a game if they record some of the games, okay? He got into the program by being good at stealing signs, right? That's very valuable to a university because every school steals signs, right? This man ain't going to tell Jim Harbaugh or the defensive coordinator or he ain't telling Don Brown or anybody else how he's getting the signs. You want me to tell you why? Not because it's illegal or anything like that. Then he's useless. If he tells the defensive coordinator how he getting the signs, then what do I need him for? You don't. So he stands on the sidelines, looking at the signs and figure out, oh yeah, I peeped that one. But he's pretending like he figured it out. Yeah, I'm seeing that. Yeah, I'm seeing that by the tapes. Nah, he got his own little network how he's learning the signs, right? He's sending people off advanced, right? Like, it's like, shout out to Connor Stalions. Way to chase your dream. I ain't mad at you, bruh. Do your thing, right? That shit, people want to be mad, but that shit was smart as fuck. That shit was smart as fuck. Send people out if you got the resources. to bring it back, and then everybody will think you this smart dude that can steal signs right there on the field. And it's really not. He had did his homework with the information that he had from weeks earlier. So he had some idea what they might be running, right? But he wasn't the type that could sit there and just, bam, pick it up. Okay, maybe they doing this, maybe doing that. He was just cheating on the test. That's all he was doing. He was cheating on the test, right? He knew 6 out of 10. He needed the other 4, so he sent people out. But like, I ain't mad at him. Do what you got to do, bro. Did Harbaugh know? No. I honestly, me. And people know, like, I am very critical of the University of Michigan. They call me a negative Nancy. They think that's an insult, but I take pride in it. Negative Nancy, like it's an insult. No. I'm pessimistic is right? But I honestly don't think Harbaugh knew. Why would he know? Oh, it's a part of his pro. Here go the other argument. Oh, it's a part of his program. Head coach supposed to know everything. The head coach don't know goddamn shit. You know how many people work for the University of Michigan? Do you think the head coach knows what they're doing at all times? No, at all. Okay? Some of y'all work in an office with 6 people and you don't know what the hell they doing on their fucking computer. So how you expect Jim Harbaugh, who got probably 75 to 100 people working for him, if not more, to know what everybody doing at all times? Right? And if people want to be like, well, it's still his responsibility. So if he hired the wrong person and all that, okay. Right? If they gon' get on Harbaugh, for something that Connor Stalions did, I understand it. Right? But punish him accordingly. Right? He don't deserve to get suspended at all. Right? If you want to say that they're going to fine the University of Michigan because Connor Stalions is a Michigan employee, okay. Right? You want to get on Harbaugh for it? Okay. But what, you want to fine him? What is it? What, you going to suspend him indefinitely? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Right? Miss me with that bull junk and all that. This is so egregious and blah, blah, blah. And blah, blah, blah. And blah, blah, blah. All right, that's Pete Thamel, y'all. Blah, blah, blah. That's all I heard. All right, Pete. I'm so pissed off. Pat 40 and up. Nah, get the fuck out of here. Graded. This is the biggest scandal in the history of college sports. Really? Really? Yeah, all right, Pat. All right, Pete. All right, Paul. All right, Stephen A. Smith. Get the fuck out of here. All right? This is nothing. Nothing. Let me tell you a story about hey, I will tell you a story that one of my closest friends told me. All right. And I wanna fuck it, I'll name his name. He grown right now. Everybody know people take money. But Julius Peppers in high school, went to high school with my boy Mac Millen. And my boy Mac said that Julius Peppers used to be driving around, like, and y'all know where Julius Peppers come from, right? He don't come from no money. All right? Julius Peppers used to had 20-inch rims on his Ford Explorer, a powder blue Ford Explorer, driving it to high school. Now, where he get some like that from at 17? Huh? Like, don't talk to me, man. All right, that's a bigger scandal than Stein stealing. Hey, we got coaches. I'm naming names. Who cares? Y'all know. We got Bill Self. Bill Self on FBI wiretaps. FBI wiretaps. Bribing kids before it was legal to pay them. You still ain't supposed to be paying them out of school, ain't? But anyway, we got FBI wiretaps of Bill Self bribing kids. Give it to the NCAA. Nothing happens. All right? But you expect me to believe that this is the biggest scandal in the history of freaking college sports. And you expect me to be okay with Jim Harbaugh getting suspended indefinitely because one of his employees was recording the sideline. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You can't be serious. Y'all cannot be serious with this bull crap, right? We got head coaches on FBI wiretaps bribing kids. But you want me to suspend my coach indefinitely because he got an employee that was recording the sideline. Something that is done on every single Saturday in every single NCAA game. Every single NCAA game is recorded. The sidelines are recorded. And you expect me to be okay with my coach getting suspended indefinitely. Shout out to Q. Shout out to T. Who's talking about I don't talk about. I ain't talking about the Michigan thing. All right, T, I'm talking about it now. You expect me to be okay with my coach getting suspended indefinitely when we got other coaches on fucking FBI wiretaps. Wiretaps from the FBI. Yeah, I just said it like 13 times. I want y'all to make sure y'all hear this. FBI wiretaps. But I'm supposed to be okay with my coach getting suspended because he got an employee who decided he want to take it upon himself to fucking record some what's the name. I don't give a fuck if Harbaugh was on the sideline with the camera and hiding in makeup and recording the sideline himself. It ain't worse than Bill Self on fucking FBI wiretaps bribing kids. Get the fuck out of here. Get the entirely out of here. Well, Michigan just got good the last 2 years. No, they are lying to y'all. Pete Thamel and company is lying to y'all. All right? Let me explain to y'all why Michigan is good. And I think this is point number 7 or 8, whatever the fuck. Well, I'm off script now, y'all. I'm cooking. All right? All right? Michigan is good and ain't got nothing to do with freaking sign stealing at all. All right? Right? Ryan Day, moist ass, anyway, complaining about sign stealing. Do y'all know that Ohio State changed their signs because they thought Michigan had their signs, so they changed them at the beginning of last year? Why did Michigan beat Ohio State last year? Ohio State groups and fanboys and podcasts are trying to act like it's because Michigan had their signs. It's not. Why did Michigan beat Ohio State last year? Ohio State admitted that they changed their signs before the game because they thought Michigan had them. So Michigan didn't have Ohio State signs last year. And what did they do? Beat them worse than they did the week before. Beat them worse than they did the week before. I mean the year before. Beat them down worse. And Michigan, Ohio State, Ryan Day came out and said that Michigan didn't have their signs last year. So why did they beat them? 2 years ago, 2021. Michigan got good in 2021 when they hired Connor Stalions. Bullshit. Okay? Did Michigan hire him? He got on the payroll in 2021. But Connor Stalions has been with Michigan for like 8 years. Okay? When Michigan was losing to Ohio State in 2018, 2019, y'all know what Connor Stalions' job was? To steal signs. To steal signs. So how come Connor Stalions stealing signs in 2018 didn't help Michigan win the game? Huh? So Connor Stalions been stealing signs for at least 5 years. At least since 2018 that I know by knowing people near the program. Connor Stalions has been the sign stealers for at least 2018, from what I'm told. He's been stealing signs since 2018. Probably been doing it longer than that. But he's been stealing signs since 2018. Why didn't it help Michigan? Can I also add, in 2018, Ohio State had Don Brown's signs on defense. Everyone knows this. Okay? But Ohio State supposedly got them from the game. Really? Is that what y'all believe? Are y'all that naive buck nuts? Huh? Are you buck nuts that naive? Are y'all that freaking naive that y'all think they figured out in the game? No, they advanced scouted. Okay? They colluded. They all colluded. Because this is what goes on. All right? I'm going to get to the collusion next. But let me finish why Michigan is so good. Michigan is so good because they have NFL talent now. Okay? They've always had NFL talent, but they mostly had it on defense. Okay? They haven't had an NFL running back. They haven't had an NFL running back since Mike Hart got I mean, who's been Michigan's NFL running back? They haven't had one. Who's been Michigan's NFL receiver? I mean, Braylon Edwards, Jason Avant, the last ones to like get in there. Jason Avant probably the last Michigan wide receiver that got in there and stuck. I mean, I could use Donovan Peoples-Jones, right? He's been there, what, probably like 4 years now? All right, I'm going to use DP. The one thing that changed for Michigan is they got a quarterback. It's as simple as that. Why Michigan ain't beat Ohio State in 2018, 2019 when Connor Stalion was still in size? Because they didn't have a quarterback. They got a quarterback now. 21, 22, and 23, they have a quarterback. They have an NFL quarterback. Michigan has not lost to Ohio State since J.J. McCarthy got on campus. And J.J. McCarthy, if he leaves and goes pro this year, will be drafted in the first round. He'll probably be the second quarterback taken, or third, even the fourth. He's still going in the first round. And J.J. McCarthy, don't get mad, and this is a little homerism, but he's going to be better than Caleb Williams in the NFL. J.J. McCarthy is going to be a better quarterback than Caleb Williams in the NFL. I said it. You heard it here first. And for all the Michigan fans, the few that might hear that, I told y'all, start J.J. his freshman year because he was better than K. McNamara. We had this argument among Michigan fans all that season, and I told you, it ain't about 2021. It's about 2022 and 2023. And if we'd have started him in 2021, we'd have won the national championship last year. Simple as that. But anyway, I digress. Let me leave my Michigan fans alone. We got to unite. We got to stay united right now. All right. Back to why Michigan is good. They got a quarterback. They got an NFL quarterback. The last NFL quarterback to come through Michigan, and I don't count shoelaces. All right, we ain't counting him. The last Michigan quarterback, real quarterback that came out of Michigan was Chad Henne. When did Chad play? 2007? It's been 15. Why do you think Ohio State been beating Michigan? Ohio State break out. Oh, we won 15 years. Oh, we was 15-1 or whatever the stat is. Why? Because Michigan ain't had a quarterback. It's as simple as that. Michigan ain't had a quarterback. We've had 3. I mean, Sheridan was out. Thought we had some terrible fucking quarterbacks. Terrible. All right, Denard was nice. Had some terrible freaking quarterbacks. We just have. And that's why Michigan ain't been able to beat Ohio State. It ain't had nothing to do. Michigan had athletes all over the field, especially on defense, right? They just haven't had to have quarterback. Why Michigan is good now is they have an NFL quarterback for the first time since 2007, all right? And they is mopping up the fucking Big Ten because of that. They've always mopped up the Big Ten, and then them in Penn State, over the last 15 years, and then them and Penn State be neck and neck. I might win one. We win 2. They win 1. They might win 1. We win 1. Back and forth with Penn State and Michigan. Well, Ohio State was always the big dog in the Big Ten over the last maybe 15 years or so. Right? Because Ohio State always had the quarterback. Loaded. Quarterback after quarterback after quarterback. Penn State got the same problem. They don't got the NFL quarterback. They haven't. When the last time Penn State had an NFL quarterback, a real one? I'll wait. And that's why Penn State can't beat Ohio State. You might clip them every once in a while, but you're not going to beat them consistently. And it's not going to be an even match. But neither Michigan or Penn State has had the quarterback. That's why they've been beating each other. And they've both been a level lower than Ohio State. Because Ohio State just turns out quarterback at the NFL quarterback at the NFL quarterback. They don't do shit in the NFL. But they have NFL talent, right? Making it in the NFL is not just about talent, right? You got to know how to play. You got to have that dog in you. And y'all know y'all Buckeyes soft and moist. But anyway. All right, this video is not about capping Ohio State. Enough of y'all. But Michigan has an NFL quarterback. That's why they winning. They ain't got nothing to do with no Connor Stalions or the ESPN has been pushing this narrative like Connor Stallion's only been stealing signs since 2021.
We had an idea on maybe if that stuff was going on, but
under pressure, back shoulder throw, caught. Cornelius Johnson breaking it, still on his feet. Cornelius Johnson sprinting, touchdown Michigan, 69 yards. With the pistol back, McCarthy to throw it. McCarthy looking, throws deep, got a wide open receiver. Cornelius Johnson sprinting, touchdown Michigan. Play action. J.J. McCarthy lobs it wide open. Caught at the 10, 5, touchdown, Colston Loveland. Here's Edwards with a lay. Donovan Edwards down the sideline. Gets past Ransom. Donovan Edwards. Touchdown, Michigan, the Don. P.J. Stroud goes through his progression. Stroud just throws it forward, and it's intercepted. Here's the run again. Donovan Edwards. Whoa! Can they catch him? No! Donovan Edwards again, 85 yards.
They've got a couple of really good wins and good non-conference.
Over the middle. Incomplete and an interception. Makari Page.
And ESPN knows this. They know that Connor Stallion's been working for Michigan for years and years. And they know, if I know it, I know they know it. I know Pete Thamel knows it. I know Pat Forty knows it. I know they know this. They're just pushing the agenda and pushing the narrative. If I know he's been stealing signs from Michigan since 2018, I know with the vast amount of resources, y'all know that y'all know it. So why y'all not telling the whole truth, ESPN? Let me talk about Thamel for a second, y'all. Pat Thamel, who broke the story, who is Ryan Day's boy. Everybody know that Pat Thamel. Not everybody. Pat Thamel is linked. He's an insider for Ohio State. Like if ESPN wants to do something with Ohio State, Pat Thamel gets the story, right? Because he was cool with Urban Meyer, and he's cool now with Ryan Moist Crybaby Day. All right, colluding ass Big Ten. But anyway, Pat Thamel tweeted out the whole the Connor Stallions on the sideline of Central Michigan. He tweeted that out last week on one day, 8 times. Not 8 different stories about Connor Stallions. The same picture and story about Connor Stallions on the sidelines 8 times. And we know what? We sleep 6-8 hours a day. Let's say Pat Thamel slept 8 hours a day that day. Right? We gon' so we can make it even. We're gonna say he slept 6 hours that day. All right? So in the 18 hours he was woke, every 2 hours, Pat Thamel was retweeting the same thing over and over. So y'all telling me that's not pushing an agenda? Right? That's not pushing an agenda? The whole thing been one-sided. Like what Michigan just dropped their evidence about the colluding, about Ohio State, how Ohio State and Rutgers got together, stole Michigan signs, gave their signs to Purdue to help Purdue win, right? Because that's how moist you is. That's how moist your coach is, Ohio State fans. That's how moist your coach is, where he got mad because he got his ass beat. That he went to another team hoping they could beat Michigan. Dog, you is so fucking moist. Like, Ryan Day is so moist. Crybaby ass, soft ass, crybaby ass Ohio State fans. Wayne, I know you watching this, Wayne. Yeah, I know you watching this. I know Mason watching this. Mike Cass, I know you watching this. Y'all coach moist. Y'all mad. Y'all mad that y'all collude with Purdue. Right? How soft is you? But anyway, before I get to the colluding. Right? Pat Thamel, when Michigan dropped their evidence about the colluding that's going on in the Big Ten against other teams, against them, you crickets from Pat Thamel. Like, The other day, he tweeting out the same story 8 times. 8 times. Every 2 hours, he tweeting it out. Every 2 hours. Tweeting it out. Right? Right? Every day for almost 2 weeks. All you, Pat Thamel. Tweeting this, dropping this. Sources say. Sources this. My sources say. Your sources is Ohio State. Your sources is Ryan Day. We know who your sources is. Put a name behind it. Like, everybody got mad at Ryan Walters. And if, for people who don't know, that's Purdue coach. Because he came out and said, Michigan had our signs. I respect that shit. I respect that. I ain't mad at, and a lot of Michigan fans and Michigan Ryan Walters, oh, we still beat your butt afterwards. So what? Because sign stealing may get you 2 or 3 plays a game. Right? And that helps. That's why they do it. They want every edge they can. But it's not a huge difference. We had these fucking idiots at fucking ESPN talking about it's a 21-point swing to steal signs. So what you saying, if Michigan would have had Michigan State signs, they would have beat them 70-0. They could have beat them to 70-0 anyway. But Harbaugh had more respect for Michigan State's interim coach that he didn't want to embarrass him like that. Y'all watched that game. Y'all saw what happened. Purdue, we didn't have their signs last week. What did we do? Stump them in the ground. Michigan wins because they have an NFL cornerback now. No other reason. No other. They dominate. They have NFL players like they always have, but they finally got a fucking quarterback. That's what the difference is from 2021, 2022, 2023. And before y'all say Cade McNamara bum at, no. Michigan running game and offensive line was the story of 2021. And J.J. McCarthy coming in. So it wasn't just Cade McNamara. Okay? Anyway, back to Ryan Walters. Ryan Walters put his name on it. I respect you for it, Ryan. Right? That's what you do. You come out, hey, they had our signs. Yeah, they had our signs. I respect you for it. None. But moist ass Ryan Day, right? Hiding behind sources, and word of mouth in Ann Arbor is that the PI firm that investigated Michigan that brought all this sign stealing allegations to the NCAA is Ryan Day's brothers. Right? How moist is you that you go get your brothers to hire a PI firm and you stupid enough, y'all Days moist and stupid enough to do it from the town that y'all from? How can moist are you? How moist are you? Right? Man up. Man up. You in big boy football now. Ryan Day, the best sports analogy ever made in the history of sports, in any sport, was when Jim Harbaugh said Ryan Day, well, some people are born on third base and they think they hit a home run. That is the most accurate sports analogy ever said in the history of sports. All right? Up Ryan Day. Moist ass mother. Anyway, enough of Michigan being good. Back to this collusion shit. All right. So for y'all who don't know, because you ain't seeing it on ESPN, and I know a lot of people only watch ESPN. Okay? Pete Thamel been silent. ESPN didn't run a story on it for 24 hours. Okay? When Michigan dropped their evidence to the Big Ten about Rutgers and Ohio State having spreadsheets of Michigan plays and giving them to Purdue for the Big Ten title game last year. How did that help? Purdue had Michigan signs and still got blew the fuck out. So y'all tell me how important is sign stealing? It might get you 1 or 2 plays a game, right? And coaches care so much. I mean, it's $1 million industry. They care so much that they'll risk anything to get those 1 or 2 plays. Yeah, they want every advantage you can get as a coach. But sign stealing is not a big deal. It's not an issue, which was my original point of this video, which is why I have not covered this. And I know this video is probably going to be like a goddamn hour long, and I said it was going to be 5 minutes. It's going to be an hour long, and I apologize for the length. But it's not that important. It's not that big of an issue. It goes on every day from every play from Little League, from Pee Wee, all the way up to the NFL. Coaches are still in signs. Every NCAA Division I program has a sign stealer next to their coach. Why he not standing next to the head coach? Because the head coach ain't calling plays. But he next to the defensive coordinator or the offensive coordinator, trying to decode the signs that the other team is doing. But back to moist ass Ohio State and Rutgers colluding together. You couldn't beat them, so you tried to get them. And I know why your moist ass did it, Ryan Day. Let me tell you, Ohio State fans, why your coach did it. He was hoping that Purdue would beat Michigan so he could backdoor his way into the playoffs last year. Now, they end up getting in anyway because USC choked it away and everybody else choked it away, like on the last week on conference championship, Saturday and Friday of last year. So they end up getting in anyway. But he was hoping Purdue would win, and then the committee would select Ohio State over Michigan because of Michigan's weak non-conference schedule. That's why his moist ass went to Purdue. You couldn't beat him, so you tried to backdoor your way into the fucking playoffs. All right? That's why your kicker missed the field goal. Moist ass coach. Anyway, sign stealing is not a big thing. Advanced scouting is not a big thing. This is just coaches trying to get an edge. I did not want to talk about this. If y'all want to hear more, I got more dirt. Maybe I'll save it for another video if y'all like this one, this long-ass video. But Ryan Day tried to backdoor Michigan by colluding with a spreadsheet. They gave the signs to Rutgers. Rutgers gave them their signs. They put it together. They got a spreadsheet, and they passing it around the Big Ten. And ain't nobody named Illinois, but I do it. I do it right here, all right? Because I don't work for the University of Michigan, all right? And I don't work for anybody else, so I say it. Illinois had Michigan signs last year, too. You could tell how they was running the plays. Illinois had Michigan signs, so they went to the wristbands. They went to the wristbands in the second half, and they came back and won the game, right? But Illinois probably got the same spreadsheet that's floating around the Big Ten because people don't like Michigan. It ain't, and I'm not one of the people, haters. No, they're not haters. They just don't like Michigan. And they don't like Michigan because Michigan is uppity. All right? If you look at the uppity programs in the Big Ten is Michigan and Northwestern. They think they're above everybody else. And they what was the whole thing? Michigan and Northwestern are cheese and cracker type of programs, type of institutions, type of universities. Okay? And everybody knows that schools like Ohio State and Rutgers are, let's just say, they real close to their cousins down there. Yeah, I'm going to get my shots in, all right? But I love all y'all anyway. But, all right, y'all just got a moist coach down at Ohio State. Rutgers, I'm disappointed in y'all, Shiano. Well, not really. I expected you used to work for Ohio State, so it is what it is. You know, you close to Urban Meyer. You close to the Ohio State program, so it is what it is. But that's my whole overall point about this, y'all. Sign stealing, advanced scouting is not a big deal. They all cheating, right? Harbaugh doesn't know about this, but the Big Ten is trying to suspend him because it goes against sportsmanship. What do y'all think is worse? Other teams ganging up and colluding on one team? That's not sportsmanship, right? If you suspend Harbaugh, you got to suspend Shiano. You got to suspend Ryan Day. You got to suspend Walters. You got to, hey, Illinois, throw Brett Bielema under the bus too. Like, so what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Moist ass coach. like Michigan stealing signs is not a big deal. Alabama steal signs. Georgia steal signs. Minnesota steal signs. USC steal signs. New Mexico signs. Eastern fucking Michigan steal signs. Connecticut, who goes 2-10 every goddamn year, steal signs. Everybody does it. It's not a big deal. It's not a big issue. ESPN has just sensationalized it for views. It's about money. It's about getting y'all to watch that bull crap. And like, people know me, I don't up with ESPN and all their debate shows. That shit is old. That shit is lame. And the people that do the debating don't know what they're talking about. And if you play some type of sport, especially when they get like me from my history in basketball, right? When they get to talking about basketball, I know they don't know what they're talking about. They don't, right? Like now when they bring in the professional athletes, JJ Redick, or, you know, whatever athlete they bring in, I'll kind of lean to them because they definitely know more about what's going on in the NBA than I do. But you couldn't tell me that I don't know more about the NBA than Stephen A. Smith, right? Just be talking. You can't tell me I know more about college football than Stephen A. Smith. I know more about boxing than Stephen A. Smith. He don't know what the fuck he be talking about. But anyway, I digress, right? The other Big Ten schools is colluding against Michigan, right? Michigan doing their own thing by themselves because they what is it? Tea and crackers, whatever. Wine and crackers. What they say about Joey Harrison? He a wine and cracker type quarterback. Michigan is a wine and cracker uppity type of university. It is. And if Michigan fans be honest with themselves, yeah, we're an uppity program. We turn our noses up at Ohio State. That's why Buckeye fans don't like us. That's why Hawkeye fans don't like us. Wisconsin fans don't like us. It's okay, right? But we ain't squeaky clean. Like, ain't no program squeaky clean. None. But once again, I'll go back to my original point number one. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Michigan should have been cheating. They should have been cheating way earlier and way worse, right? You all them damn bag men for all them goddamn years down in the SEC, funneling the money through the churches, right? Y'all want to talk about Ohio State bag men dropping off? Hey, I don't want to get nobody in trouble. That I know relatives that I know, but people who know me know about my cousin, you know, about the bag man dropping him off money. All right, y'all want to talk about that, Ohio State? Huh? Because I know what y'all do. Well, I guess it's legal now, but I know what y'all used to do, right, Urban? Right? To get kids to come to the camps? Like, if we want to spill it all, we can spill it all. Right? Ain't no such thing as a clean program. They all dirty. And like for ESPN to blow this up out the water like it's some big deal that that Michigan was advanced scouting, and it's not. Listen to Brady Quinn. Listen to Brady Quinn talk about this. Right? Everybody does it in one way or another. And if you want to be technical and say Michigan, Connor Stalions worked for Michigan and the way he did it was against the rules, right? And then even how Pete Thamel, sophisticated network, he had some friends watch a game and record it with an iPhone. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Who don't got a fucking cell phone? Using electronic equipment like it's some I Spy bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. Cell phone. You know why they ain't? If he would have wrote this out normally, he would have said, well, Connor Stalions had some relatives go to a game and record it with an iPhone. Now, how does that sound, y'all? That sounds like nothing. Because when we all go to games, what do? Take pictures and record everything, don't we? When we whip our phones out, be recording everything, don't we? It's normal, right? Okay, but if you reword it and make it seem all technical, right? Connor Stalions, look, all right. Connor Stalions bought some tickets for his friend. And while his friend was there, in exchange, his friend would record the sidelines on his cell phone for him. Now, how does that sound? Like some normal shit, right? Okay. Now, when I put it in these words for Pete Thamel, Michigan was running an elaborate scheme, a sophisticated, elaborate scheme using electronic equipment to steal signs from other Big Ten schools. It sounds like, oh my God, Mission Impossible. Like Michigan running this FBI whole military scheme, sophisticated spy network. Man, get the fuck out of here. See, some of his friends got tickets to a game if they recorded some stuff for him on the sideline. That's all it is. Simple as that. right? Ain't no sophisticated spy network with electronic equipment. Like they bringing in some shit and tapping on Ohio State phones when they talk upstairs to the offensive coordinator. Shut up, ESPN. Shut up. Shut up, Joey Galloway. Shut up. Shut up, Reese Davis. I miss Chris Fowler so much, right? That's our own personal thing. I could care less for Reese Davis. But anyway, those who stay, what do you say? Those who stay will be cheaters. Like y'all, and then he come back 2 days later, nobody's got an agenda against Michigan. Really? Really? Anybody who's sitting off on the sideline can see it. It's definitely an agenda being pushed at ESPN to try to get Harbaugh in Michigan. All right? But it ain't going to work because point number 10 is the outcome. Y'all know what the outcome of this is going to be? Nothing. Nothing at all. Jim Harbaugh ain't getting suspended. Not this year. The Big Ten ain't going to suspend Harbaugh. Even if they try, Michigan just going to put in an injunction in the court and you're going to be able to coach the games. Because that ain't going to be settled till months from now. So it's a complete waste of time. All this is grandstanding by the Big Ten. You got a bunch of crybaby-ass coaches. And this is the irony. They crying to the president. I mean, they crying to the commissioner. Oh, Michigan's stealing signs and they doing elaborate, sophisticated schemes with electronic devices. Moist-ass coaches. Every coach, except Walters, because he put his name on it like a fucking man do. Sources, anonymous sources, like some fucking cowards. Be a man. It's football. Be a man. Be a man. You got something to say about another program? Put your fucking name on it. Like a fucking man would. Cowardly ass shit. Sources. Big Ten coaches. Not all. Some Big Ten coaches. And so we can bring all the Big Ten coaches under it and you can hide. All right? You want to know what? Ryan Day. Greg Schiano. Them the motherfuckers crying. Big Ten coaches, anonymous Big Ten coaches. It ain't all of them. It ain't all of them at all. Crying, right? So what can the Big Ten commissioner do? Nothing. He could try to. All this is this is how all this can get swept under the rug. The Big Ten gonna come in. They gonna suspend Harbaugh to appease to the other coaches. Already talked to Michigan. Telling them just put in an injunction. Harbaugh not going to really be suspended and all this shit can go away so it can blow over. That's all this is. That's all this supposed to be Big Ten suspending Harbaugh is. Smoke and mirrors. They're going to sweep this shit under the rug and it's going to go away. You want to know why? Because everybody's doing it. What I said an hour ago. Everybody's doing it. Everybody. They might not be doing it the way College Stallions is doing it. But they doing it other ways. Like colluding against one school. Having a spreadsheet, passing it along through other schools. You telling me, ESPN, Pat 40, Pete Thamel, Paul Feinbaum, stupid ass Stephen A. Smith. Y'all telling me that y'all would rather, y'all think it's worse. Did you get some grainy footage from an iPhone? And Connor Stalions has to figure this out himself. You think that's worse than having a professional coaching staff who've already played Michigan put the signs that they figured out on the spreadsheet, passing it to the next school. That school played Michigan. They put the signs that they figured out on the same spreadsheet, sending it to the next school, sending it to Ohio State, who's going to play them the last game of the season. Who you think has a better shit? Who has the more sophisticated game, the sophisticated system? The Big Ten coaches or fucking Connor Stalions' fucking sister and cousin and friends, who he gave free tickets to go to a fucking game to record on the iPhone, and he got to figure that out himself. Who you think got a more sophisticated plan? Who got the sophisticated network? Connor Stalions or the fucking other Big Ten coaches that's colluding against Michigan. Shut the fuck up, Pete Thamel. Miss me with this bullshit. And now I'm getting upset because I'm sick of ESPN and I'm sick of this narrative that everybody pushing out. I don't care. And I'll say it again. I don't give up. Okay, if Michigan was cheating, they should have been getting with Northwestern, and they should have been getting with Maryland, and should have been getting with, I don't know, whoever ain't on the colluding Penn State, Illinois, Purdue, Ohio State, and Rutgers team. They should have been getting with the other teams in the Big Ten who done played Ohio State and got the signs that they done figured out. Do the shit. Do what you got to do. You think the people at Auburn give a shit that Cam Newton was getting paid and was dirty as fuck? Because Cam Newton was getting paid by Florida and Auburn and still went to Auburn. And Florida called themselves turning them in like some little moist ass. And what came of that? Oh, later on down the line, everybody know that Cam Newton was dirty. Everybody knew that Auburn was dirty. But do you think anybody, ask an Auburn fan, do they give a shit about whether or not everybody think that Auburn was dirty? You want to know what? They watched their team beat Oregon for the national title. And that's all I care about. Okay? Go out there, stump a mud hole in fucking Georgia, and then go in there and beat FSU, my second favorite football team, college football team. All right? Michigan, that's what you do. Go out there and stump a mud hole in fucking Penn State this weekend. Go out there, stump a mud hole in Maryland, and then you go out there and you beat the shit out of moist-ass Ohio State. Go on to the Big Ten championship, whoop their ass, go to the playoff, stump a mud hole and beat Florida State, and then stump a fucking mud hole in fraudulent-ass Georgia. That's what you do. And if they suspend Harbaugh next year, if they say that, oh, you got to vacate, they not. Ain't nothing going to come of this. But even if they did say you got to vacate all your wins from 2021, 22, and 23, I wouldn't give a flying fuck. I wouldn't give a flying fuck. And to my subscribers, if I'm a little emotional and hostile more than y'all used to, I apologize. Right? I apologize to my subscribers. But this is real close to my little bitty heart. This is real close to my little bitty heart. And I'm so sick of the slander. And that's why mainly I've been ignoring this story for 2 weeks. Because I don't give a fuck. And I don't care. But if y'all like this side of me, y'all. If y'all like this side of me. Anyway, wait, hold on. If y'all like the side of me, hit me up with a like and a subscribe. Comment at the bottom. Especially you moist-ass Ohio State fans. Comment at the bottom. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready for all the shit today. All right? I ain't got to do nothing tomorrow. All right? I ain't got to do nothing tomorrow. All right? I'm going to be in the comments waiting on you. Let's go. I might even go live. I might even go live tomorrow. I might even go live talking about this tomorrow, depending on how the comments and how everybody talk about this and see about this video. I'm ready for all the smoke. Let's go. Let's go. Let's talk about it. All right? Because this ain't... It's an overblown story by ESPN. They done sensationalized in order to get views. Pete Thamel is being fed information by Ohio State because he's connected to fucking Ohio State. Okay? He's doing what Ryan Day and them want him to do. Try to badmouth Michigan. Moist ass Ryan Day. Crybaby, sorry, soft ass. Go put some more dye in your goddamn beard. Anyway, I'm all, hey. Overall, nothing is going to come of this, y'all. All right, nothing. The Big Ten going to try to suspend Harbaugh, and I guarantee you that Tony Battie has already talked to the University of Michigan, and this is the plan, suspend Harbaugh, so he can wash his hands of it like Pontius Pilate. That's what he's doing. I did my part of the 6 Big Ten coaches who was complaining. The other, however many of them it was, because they anonymous coaches. Okay, the 5 or 6 Big Ten coaches that complained about Harbaugh, right? But T gonna suspend Harbaugh to wash his hands of it. He gonna go to them and say, I did what I could. Michigan put in an injunction so Harbaugh won't be suspended. Let's go. And they're gonna sweep this shit under the rug in the summer. Now, if NCAA come back next year and they want to suspend Harbaugh for a half, or they want to fine the University of Michigan for counter Stalions, I'm cool with it. right? But the one problem I've had with this whole thing is the due process. Due process. Right? That and the ESPN slander. Right? P.S. Oh, let me put this in my video, because I didn't even say this. The NCAA found no connections between Connor Stalions and Jim Harbaugh. The NCAA has came out and said they have no connection between Connor Stalions and Jim Harbaugh. So the NCAA is telling you that Jim Harbaugh basically didn't know about it, or they can't prove that he knew about it. So the rest is irrelevant. Now, if they want to suspend him because he should have been knowing what Connor Stalions was doing, all right. What's that? A half? A game? I don't think he should be suspended at all, especially when everybody's doing it. You would have to suspend Nick Saban, Kirby Smart, and everybody else. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all today. I'm about to get off here. This video is way too goddamn long. Struggle Streaming with BK. Hook a brother up with a like and a subscribe. Comment below. Hit that bell icon. I drop videos several times a week. Y'all keep supporting. I'll keep the videos coming. I love y'all. Thanks everybody for the support. And I'll holler at y'all on the next one. Peace. Go Blue!
What you know about love? What you know about love? What you know about love? What you know? Hella dizzy from the ups and the downs and the rounds and rounds.